What's good, my people? It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talks, TC Fitness. Gladly here with y'all. Back at it again with a new YouTube video. Welcome to Everlasting Awareness, one of the best YouTube channels on this YouTube platform. So today I am really contemplating on not going to work because the more I see like the mental enslavement with these jobs, I'm not talking about being hit with whips and chains and what our ancestors had to go through in the past. I'm talking about the corporation feeling like you need them. The more I see the psychological trap, the spiritual trap, the lack of time freedom. In all honesty, bro, it makes me no longer want to be there because I would much rather, and I'll say this on YouTube openly, I would much rather work for myself and put in the time and the energy and the effort towards something that I actually get to build before I continue to make somebody else rich that don't even know I exist on the face of this planet. You see, the conditioning and the programming that we go through in America is very, very real. It's all to keep you in a hamster wheel of you getting paid every 2 weeks. But imagine having to live off of a couple $100 for 2 weeks of your life because after your bills are taken care of, you don't have much left over. And then you got to work 2 more weeks just to pay the other half of your rent and live off of the rest. And you're out there trading time. Time is way more valuable than money. And I'm in the stock market. So y'all already know that I'm on my journey to getting rich, to building wealth. But I also value my time because time you cannot get back. Time is finite. Nobody knows how much time they have left on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And it comes a point in time where you have to have these realizations of, damn, do I want to do this for the rest of my life, or would I much rather try something else? Thinking outside of the box, being more creative. A job don't give you the creative ability. A job is just something to do, to make ends meet. But I don't want to live life continuing to make ends meet. And that's it. I try to be as transparent as I can on this YouTube channel. I let y'all know my ups, my downs, my highs, and my lows. I try to help y'all see through the system because the system itself is not meant to work for the working class. It was not designed that way. It was designed for the business owners and the entrepreneurs, not the working class. It's gotten to the point where they deem Americans as the working poor. And that's so tough. Like, I just need y'all to sit with that for a quick second, bro. We doing things that are deemed correct and what we were taught to do. But then we are the ones that's continuing to get the short end of the stick because of the lack of pay from these corporations. And when you speak out, you get deemed as lazy. You get deemed as a complainer. People want to tell you everything negative instead of realizing that this is a matrix that we're living in and these jobs are playing mind control on you. They look at you as a pawn in the system, a number on a spreadsheet. You get a schedule and they determine when you get to make money, and when you clock out, you don't make no more money unless you got something working for yourself. And you doing this day in and day out, but you know that you ain't getting ahead, bro. It's a never-ending race. So it's a bit of frustration within. But I got this burning desire to make it on YouTube. I got this burning desire to continue to stack the assets. You understand what I'm saying? I see a way better life for myself. And I'm not knocking the 9-to-5 working class. But what I try to get the people to see is how they are trying to get you to be trapped for the next 20 to 30, 40 years of your life with the comfortability of a paycheck. You see, it never really made sense to me beforehand, right? Before I got into the 9-to-5 system, or back into the 9-to-5 system, because I was doing Uber Eats for years. And you know, when I read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, and rich people, wealthy people don't work for money, and a paycheck is not, you know, a sense of stability or a sense of security. I had to experience that myself to understand what he was talking about in the book. Because it does not matter how hard you work at a corporation, at a company, unless you're the CEO, unless you own the company, then yeah, work hard, it's yours. But if you're a regular employee and they're paying you minimum wage, you shouldn't be giving it your all, because it's not your company. They want you to work like you're the CEO, but pay you like you're nothing. And I continuously ask myself, like, are you becoming content with what these people are paying you? Because you shouldn't. There's always a sense of fear when it comes down to leaving a job, because you don't know what's going to happen later on in life. But there's always a sense of clarity that you need when you keep going back to that job, but you know that you ain't making no real progress in life. And I'm tapped into the source. I'm tapped in to my higher self. My higher self is saying, take that leap of faith. You have assets. You're doing a little bit better for yourself. Yeah, I got a couple things I got to pay off. But I shouldn't continue to suffer mentally and spiritually at a job, and physically at a job that will easily replace me. I shouldn't continue to be content with getting a 48 cents raise after 1 year, and now making $16 and some change per hour after taxes. That's not that's not building wealth, bro. That's surviving. Barely. And in order for me to make more money, I gotta do some overtime, but the overtime gets heavily taxed. So now I constantly say, so then what do I do? Because I've been telling myself just go all in with investing. But I can't invest every single dollar that I have, because I still gotta eat, still gotta take care of responsibilities. Still gotta clothe myself. Still need money in the bank. But I'll definitely put majority of that into assets before I ever continue to slave for these corporations. I don't want anybody to ever feel like you need me. I don't need you. A job is just over broke. I don't need any corporation to feel like I need them. I'm desperate for a paycheck. I'm not, bro. I know how money works. I've made my paycheck in a day before. I know, I see how y'all wasting people's time. I see how y'all turning people into slaves, into worker bees, to try to submit and be obedient and bow down to your rules and bow down to what you're telling them to do. Man, my mind is too strong for that. And I'm not being in my ego. Before you sit there and try to say that. You're being in your ego. You're being lazy. Your generation is lazy. No, we see the truth. We see the trap. Do y'all see it? Or was y'all part of the people that made the rich richer and the wealthy wealthier while they pay you the crumbs? And you was okay with it. You're stuck in survival mode. They're thriving off of your labor. And all you're going to sit there and say, well, at least I have a job. But somebody else is controlling your time, your energy. Somebody else is basically controlling your life because you can only do but so much based off of the amount of money that you make at your job. Do y'all not see the trap? And I'm not telling y'all to quit your job, right? If you're a youngin', if you're in your early 20s, if you're in your late 20s, then you gotta go get you some money in a positive way. Try to find a job, but also be creative. Try to work on something for yourself. Do some Uber Eats, do some DoorDash if you have to. Do some Grubhub, do some food delivery. It's lucrative. There's money out there. But always make sure that you got some money working for you in the stock market. Because that job ain't promised. There's no sense of job security. There's no sense of job stability. Y'all think it was bad this year. Watch how I get next year. When they start doing more layoffs. And more people start losing their jobs. And don't have no money working for them. Because they wasn't prepared. Because they thought that they was going to be there forever. My managers love me. Supervisors love me. They don't care about you, bro. They would never care about you. They act cool with you when you're there. But outside of that job, they won't. They will never check up on you. You're not their priority. You're your own priority. And I can see it firsthand. Working class is tired. Low wages. Wages ain't moving years. Whole bunch of work. Same repetitive tasks each and every day. You start to lose a sense of self. You start to lose your identity. Because all you're doing is working and coming back home. And you're tired and you're burnt out. And you take a shower and you eat. And you go back to sleep. And you do it again the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And it's a repeated cycle. You see, one of my missions is to at least build something. Continue to build this YouTube channel. Start talking to people more about, stock market. Telling y'all you need the money working for you. Telling y'all about retaining your seed. Taking back your power. Really building this channel out, bruh. Because if I could create my own business just by using my phone and staying consistent and staying hungry, why not? If there's somebody out there right now that's making what I make in a month, well, they making more than what I make in a month just off of YouTube videos, off of using their creative energy. Who's to say I can't do it too? Yeah, see why some people starting to go to the content creation lane, because the jobs ain't paying enough money to keep you there. We about to be in 2026. Why are they still paying people $15 an hour? Even $20 an hour nowadays ain't gonna get you far, bro. There's people out there making $25, $30 an hour still not making it. Why? Because hourly wages was never meant to free you. They was meant to keep you comfortable and trapped. Stop having this sense of job security because it don't exist. That's for everybody watching this video. The American working class need to understand, bro. You are the last to be cared about. They would never care about you. They just want you there to keep the company running. And if you don't want to be there, somebody else will replace you. That's how easy it is. I don't care if you're a manager. I don't care if you're a supervisor. I don't care if you're a regular employee. I don't care. They don't care about you. Don't let that title stuff get to your head either, because you're a regular person trading time for money. But I'm tired, bro. I do need my YouTube channel to be a lot more lucrative. It's been doing way better, though. I'll tell you that. I'm thankful for y'all. I thank y'all every day. Y'all been helping the channel grow. Y'all been subscribing. Y'all been watching the videos. YouTube shorts been going crazy. I just got to continue to play things smart. But I also know, too, I'm personally ready to take the leap of faith. I just don't want to hear nothing from nobody, like family members or nothing. Like, just let me do what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, I know God got me, bro. And I always make sure that bills and stuff are taken care of. It's my responsibility. I love y'all, though. This is just a quick video before I have to head to work. Hope y'all have a good day today. Subscribe if you want to. Leave a thumbs up. That's going to help you get on the YouTube algorithm. And free Discord chat, free Telegram chat will be in the comment section below. Yes, sir.